What's up, Taiwan? I'm Sandy Chiu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Police in Taiwan have broken up an alleged criminal ring that lured job seekers into fake interviews, only to abduct them and steal from their bank accounts. Investigators have so far made 22 arrests and found the bodies of 3 people. Now they're looking into whether more members of the criminal group may have escaped custody. John Van Triest has the story.
For the 32 captives held in this Taoyuan apartment, it's the end of a nightmare. A criminal ring allegedly led by this man posted fake job ads offering high salaries. They would then kidnap those who showed up for an interview. Victims were tortured and forced to hand over their bank details. Many had large sums of money stolen. And Taoyuan wasn't the only place the criminal group operated. Last week, police freed 26 others from another apartment just outside Taipei. But for some, it was too late. As police arrested ring members over the weekend, they also began a search for the remains of 3 of the gang's victims.
The
remains of the final victim were found dumped in a suitcase in a forested area of Nantou.
说是一定有啦，但也是比较难过的部分啊。我希望法律能判重一点啊，把人家害死是真的有点可恶啊。
Police have arrested 22 alleged ring members so far, but questions remain about whether others may have escaped detection. Authorities say they are continuing their investigation. Patrick Chen and John Van Triest for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan is further easing COVID restrictions after several days with fewer than 30,000 new cases. Those who test negative after 7 days in quarantine will be able to leave, with no need to keep monitoring their condition. The country is also lifting the rule that people need 3 vaccine doses before they can attend big events, such as religious ceremonies. Temperature checks are being removed as well in most places. But Taiwan's railways will keep monitoring passengers' temperatures through to the end of the year. The mayor of Taichung City has confirmed she will take part in a public debate with her opponent in the upcoming local elections. Mayor Lu Shouyan is seeking re-election for Taiwan's largest opposition party, the Kuomintang or KMT, in the November 26 vote. On Sunday, as she canvassed for support, she said she would attend the debate on the 15th. Civic groups and her opponent, Taichung, have been calling for 2 candidates to publicly face off for several weeks. But Tsai of the ruling Democratic Progressive Party said he didn't think the event would satisfy voters.
公办的辩论会只有各言而至，甚至呢，过去曾经出现学者的提问，都偏向某一个这个候选人的状况。那卢市长只参加这一种，不是辩论的辩论会，所以我想这个市民是不能接受的。
A Taiwanese volunteer fighter in Ukraine has been killed in action in Luhansk, according to Taiwan's foreign ministry. The ministry says the Ukraine government has his body and is waiting for his family to formally identify him. Louis Watt reports.
Volunteer fighter Ceng Shengguang posted photos of himself and his equipment while serving in Ukraine, as well as an armband with Taiwan's flag on it. But over the weekend, Taiwan's foreign ministry confirmed Ceng has died in combat. He is believed to be the first Taiwanese killed in the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
乌克兰的战地指挥官已亲自向乌克兰的国防部证实，我国曾姓的国人已经不幸罹难，而目前尚待家属进行确认身份。乌克兰政府部门将接办后续的处理事宜。
The 25-year-old has gone to Ukraine in June and was serving with a battalion of volunteer soldiers. He was wounded during combat in the eastern city of Luhansk.
曾胜光呢，目前他的遗体呢，已经移到了第聂伯罗市的军人殡仪馆。
Ceng was from Hualien in eastern Taiwan and from the country's indigenous Bangza or Amis minority. As a child, he lived in Belize, one of Taiwan's diplomatic allies. Ceng finished high school in Taiwan and served in the Taiwanese military until the age of 24. His fellow soldiers admired his courage.
很乐观，很乐于帮助别人的一个阿兵哥。他
他也觉得他很厉害啊，因为就直接去过去乌克兰。
There has been an outpouring of sympathy for Ukraine in Taiwan, which has long faced the threat of invasion from its own huge neighbour, China. There are thought to be around 10 Taiwanese fighting in Ukraine as volunteer soldiers. Since news of Sung's death, Taiwanese have flocked to his Facebook pages to pay tribute to him as a hero and hoping he will rest in peace. Andy Xue and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
For many indigenous people in Taiwan, hunting is a way of life. But traditional hunting grounds are often located in protected areas, and the practice is severely restricted by the country's environmental laws. Now, authorities are reaching out to indigenous communities to find ways to protect both their culture and Taiwan's wildlife. Rick Loward reports.
Here in the mountains of eastern Taiwan, home to the Taiya people, indigenous community leaders and hunters are meeting with the Forestry Bureau. They're working on a trial project to give indigenous communities greater autonomy to hunt in line with their traditional practices.
因为我们原住民这个早本来我们从小对这个山林跟野生动物的这个生活都是我们日常生活里面的一部分。那 因为国民政府来到台湾以后，就出现了这么多的部门，包括什么国家公园啊、什么林务局啦，又什么动保处，那把我们原住民原本的基本生活都已经被控制了。
Like many indigenous communities in Taiwan, hunting is a way of life for the Taiya people. But under Taiwan's environmental laws, the activity is strictly controlled. People can only hunt on certain days and need to apply for permission. This often puts indigenous communities at loggerheads with authorities.
因为现在政府当然了，他们有政府的那一些的严厉的想法，但是我们身在高山的原住民，那必须也要符合了，不能完全把我们打压到很那个不行了。所以我们现在跟林务局跟那些的话，好好的去沟通哦。 不能完全把它都收起来就不行了。那我们以后的那小孩子都没有办法，传承我们的那个未来了。这样。
那大家有看到手册上面。
This is part of a trial project launched by the Forestry Bureau that will allow indigenous communities to manage their own hunting practices in an environmentally sustainable way.
我们是希望说，透过这样子的一个计划的推动，能够让原住民他们的狩猎的文化、他们的传统文化，可以让他能够找回来。然后也最终是希望说，其实原住民他们在他们自己的部落里面，能够去管理他们的自己的猎场。
It's seen as a step forward in reclaiming indigenous people's hunting rights. In 2019, this community lost an 8-year court battle challenging the restrictions. The country's 600,000 indigenous people are often marginalised and face discrimination, including lower wages, higher unemployment, and poorer living standards. For centuries, Taiwan's indigenous population have been treated like second-class citizens in their own home, and the right to hunt is a continued source of tension between communities and authorities. It's hoped that meetings like this are an important first step to bridging that impasse. Damon Lin and Rick Lowert in Yilan County for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we leave you with images of Extortion International Water Running Festival in Zhanghua, central Taiwan, where participants enjoy a run along a canal. I'm Sandy Chi. Take care and see you next time.